Hey there Vikings, it's Coach Reichle and I'm here to talk to you today about foam rolling. So before I show you how, I just want to talk to you about a couple options that you have when you're buying a foam roller. You can get different sizes, different densities, and different textures. So you can see here, I have two different sizes. They usually come in a 12 inch, an 18 inch, or a 36 inch. And then in terms of density, you'll see like a lightweight or softer density, and then you'll usually see firm or extra firm. For our athletes, I would say get a firm or extra firm. It is going to be more uncomfortable, but that's kind of the point, especially for our athletes. It should be a little uncomfortable and dig into their muscles and work out some of those knots. So we don't want one that's really soft and comfortable. We want one that's a little more firm. And then the third thing that you can look at is texture. So you can see this is just your basic foam roller. It doesn't really have any texture to it. This is a little bit fancier. It has some ridges in it. And then in the examples I sent, you'll actually see some of them just have bumps all along them. They're a little bit pointy and they're a little more aggressive, but it's called a rumble roller. I personally use a rumble roller, and I like that I can dig into knots that I have in my muscles, whether it be my calf or my hamstring or my quad. It's really helped me get some knots out of my muscles and actually get rid of some discomfort that I was having while playing my sport by digging out those knots. So again, just looking at the different sizes, densities, textures. If you have any questions about what you should get or what you think you should get, just let me know. So we're going to start foam rolling. So I'll back up a little bit so you can see all of me. When I foam roll my whole body, just for part of my recovery, it takes me about 10 minutes. If you're looking for a quick foam roll of, my quads and hamstrings are sore, spend about 5 minutes on it. But if you're going to foam roll your whole body, I usually start from the bottom up. So I'm literally starting with my feet, and I'm just going to put pressure on the foam roller with the foot that I'm foam rolling, and I'm going to pass over the foam roller from front to back of my foot and also from the inside to the outside. All right, and I usually say if you're not super sore or tired from anything in particular, about 10 passes, so forward and back would be one. About 10 passes on each body part gives you a rough estimate of how long it should take or how much time you should spend on it. If you're super sore in a certain area or you're having problems with a certain area, you may want to spend more time than 10 passes on that area. You can also do your feet with a tennis ball. If you want to grab a tennis ball, that would be a little more aggressive, and stand on it and roll on it that way. So once I've done my feet, about 10 passes, I'm going to go to my lower leg, my calf. We want to start right above the heel, okay? We're never going to roll over a bone or a joint, so we'll go from the heel all the way up to right behind the knee. And you can see that I have one leg on the foam roller and I have the other leg over top of it. So I'm rolling one leg at a time. And from here, I'm going to lift myself up just slightly so that I can pass forward and backward over the foam roller from my ankle all the way up to right below my knee, but not over my knee joint. The other thing I'm doing is making sure I get the inside, the middle, and the outside of the muscle. So right now I'm leaning towards you and I'm getting the inside of my right calf, and then straight up and down I'm getting the middle, and then I'll lean to my outside and I'll get the outside of that right calf all the way from the top to the bottom. So after about 10 passes, you'll just switch sides and make sure you do the other leg. If you're super sore, that's just really uncomfortable for whatever reason, you can put both legs on at the same time, lift yourself, and make passes that way, and it's going to be a little gentler. So after you do your lower leg, we're going to the upper leg. Remembering that we don't pass over the knee joint, we're going to start the foam roller right above the back of the knee, and again, I'm going to cross my left leg over my right, lift myself up, and make my passes from right above my knee joint all the way up to where my hamstrings and my glutes connect, so right below your butt cheek. And I'm getting the inside, the middle, and the outside of this muscle as well. So about 10 passes, and then you can switch legs. Again, if you're sore, both at the same time. All right, after the hamstrings, we're going for the glutes. So I'm gonna sit up on the foam roller and kind of lean toward that side a little bit. You're gonna wanna get the side of your glutes, which tend to be the most sensitive or sore. And then you also wanna sit right on top and get your glutes that way. And if you're not quite feeling enough, so my left leg is the one I'm working on right now, I can cross that ankle over my other knee and then you've got a little bit of stretch in the glute, and you'll get a little bit more from your foam rolling. So again, about 10 passes, making sure you get that whole area around your glutes and your hip, and then you'll switch sides. So after you're done with that, we're gonna go to the lower back. So on your lower back, I lean back on it, and then I put my hands together right above my belly button, and I always lean to one side or the other. So we don't want to foam roll over that lumbar or that lower area of your spine. That can be uncomfortable. So if we just barely lean to one side and then lift ourselves up a little bit and foam roll up and down on that lower part of our back, we can get the muscles, really focus on the muscles of our back and not foam rolling the spine. So after about 10 passes, you'll switch sides and do the other side. So that's the lower area of your back. For your upper back, it's okay to roll over right in the middle of it. You have more muscles up top kind of covering that spine. You're not gonna feel that as much or feel any discomfort if you roll directly over the middle of your back when you're doing your upper back. And there are a couple of different positions that I want you guys to roll from when you do the top half of your back. And the first one is hugging yourself. So when you hug yourself and foam roll your upper back, you are moving your shoulder blades just a little bit out of the way so you can get some of those muscles underneath. So again, I'm spending time on the right side of my back, in the middle, and then on the left side. And I'm getting all the way up as far as I can, right up to the top of that shoulder. The next one that you want to do is I go like field goal post, so arms out to my sides, and feel, you'll get just a different perspective, different muscles, a different feel. And then I also do arms down at my sides, palms up for my upper back. And that's just something that you can experiment and see what feels good to you or what you feel like you get the most out of. So after I've done my upper back, I started at the bottom, I got all the way to the top for the back side of my body, and now I'm gonna flip over to the front and I'm gonna do my quads. So again, if you're really sore, you're gonna wanna put both legs on at the same time and make your passes from right above the knee joint all the way up to the top of your quads. And if you're feeling like you can handle a little bit more, then you're gonna put one leg on there, cross the other leg over, and then just foam roll over that one leg. And you still wanna get the inside, so we lean a little bit to get the inside, the top or the middle, and then lean over to the outside, making all of our passes from right above our knee joint all the way up to our hip, okay? And then doing the other side. And the last one we're gonna do is the groin. So with the groin, I'm placing my foam roller now parallel with my body, and I'm gonna use my left leg, I'm gonna put that at 90 degrees, 90 degree hip, 90 degree knee, and my foam roller is right above my knee to start. And from here, I'm gonna pass all the way up to the top of my hip, on the inside of my leg, and get my groin, and then all the way back down to the knee. So again, about 10 passes, and then you're gonna switch sides. And again, guys, if you go through this and you realize, wow, my calves were really tight, they hurt the worst, go back and do them again at the end. If you find a knot that's just really uncomfortable, like I usually have one right above my knee right here, and you have a knot that just really hurts, you're actually gonna wanna hang out in that spot for a second, and just some pressure that's uncomfortable but not unbearable, and you're gonna breathe through it and try to relax and try to get that knot to let go just a little bit. All right? So that's foam rolling in a nutshell. I know that was a quick demonstration. If you guys have any more questions about what to buy or about how to do it, please just shoot me an email. I'm more than happy to help. Have a great day and go Vikings.